Hi, I would like to make a video about what led me into becoming the reader that I am today. So I have 3 different books that came into my life at critical times that really showed me that being a reader is something you can do for fun, not something you have to do because your teacher says so. The first book was given to me by my 6th grade teacher because I needed a book to do a book report on, and she recommended this book. It was one of her favorites. It's by McKinley, and it's called The Blue Sword. It's a coming-of-age story. I love coming-of-age stories, and it's fantasy, and it's about a girl who discovers her heritage, saves a whole culture, and finds her place in the world, as it were, later on. And you can tell it's a favorite because it's pretty. I've had it for a while. I also have the newer cover, so you can tell I'm a true bibliophile because I have multiple copies. So The Blue Sword by McKinley. I love the new cover. It's a lot more clean and classic and gives it the literature look, which I love because I feel that a lot of publishers are paying more respect to genre fiction and giving it legitimacy by making better covers for them. The next book came along when I was about 12. It's a young reader book. I believe it's still in print. It's called Wild Magic by Tamora. And Tamora writes quartets, so I loved it when I was that age because I was wanting to devour good books, and it is well written, and I really appreciate authors who write for young readers with intelligence and good characters who behave like people. And I believe this cover's been redone, but I don't have the new one. And the last book that I wanted to talk about was a book that was recommended to me by a bookseller at a Barnes & Noble. And that bookseller actually led me into my job that I did in college. I did work at a Barnes & Noble for 5 years. Because of this person recommending this book to me, I felt that, wow, I could be in a position to help people find books that they will love and that will change their lives, and I want to do that. And that book is by Lackey, called Arrows of the Queen, and it's part of a whole series of books called the Heralds of Valdemar series. I noticed after I picked these that I have a kind of a horse theme going through all these, but that's just because I like fantasy, and a lot of the fantasy genre, there's a lot of horses. I love this series because it's so optimistic and positive, even though bad things do happen to the characters, it was a way for 13-year-old me to enjoy adult fiction and not feel overwhelmed or upset by what I was reading. And I love this series. I still read all the books in this series that come out out of nostalgia. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about what made me want to be a reader, and please leave me comments about that book that made you want to read, that made you into the kind of person who identifies as a reader. Thanks.